Hello and welcome, my unsatisfiably hungry caterpillars. It's SJB here, and we're back with a second dose of who is the best hero for ya. If you have not checked out part 1, feel free to check that out right now. I'll link the card right here. And enjoy the show, my friends. Keep in mind that there are some basic ground rules here, like we are allowed 1 village up to 230. Our first life lost for Azili will be on round 15, by the way. We are allowed to use banana farms at our will, and we are allowed to buy towers. That does mean that some of our, goodness is a little bit up to my quality as a BTD6 player. I will try to do my best, but of course there are always mistakes and issues that could happen along the way, so we're going to have to work through those, at least to the best of our ability. Good luck, and let's have some fun. So we realized that making mistakes, for example, on round 17 and not using our regrow thing, are already coming into fruition. We need to pop purple balloons on round 25 here, and I cannot even get close to affording this guy, but there is one way around it. If we get to level 4 here, hoping that I can get a couple dollars of action in play here, we can, oh crap, we still need to wait for this thing to come up, but if we, okay, let's use this, yeah. If we can get this ability, oh man, we gotta sell before we start, dang. And even if we sell before we start, look at this timing, bro! That is not good. That is not good. Come on, gimme. Let's go! Sacrifice them low! And round 25 has bested Azili. Kind of suspected. She's not that good. But, what are you gonna do? And so we bring out Azili's sister from another mister. My favorite hero in the game. We've got Voidora, or Adora. And she's pretty fantastic. She can even pop purple balloons with her ability here. Her only main weakness is camo balloons, which we can fix pretty quickly here with some efficient farming micro combo. I've had not had to buy any levels yet for Adora, but we definitely can either buy her levels or sacrifice our farms for very, very quick leveling if we desire a little bit later on in the game. Kind of pumped to see how far she can go. I think she's going to reach level 20 really quickly, but she might burn out a little bit quicker than some of the other heroes. Against the Moab, it's going to be a little too close if we don't use anything, so I'm just going to go through and just use my ball of deliciousness. And we do end up doing pretty well here. We've been running into a few issues here on round 49. Our abilities are not quite up the way I'd like them to be. So we're going to do our second sacrifice, and we're going to sacrifice a 4th tier banana farm. It's going to level us up. There are like 3 levels there, and I believe that will be more than enough to get us through 49 here. Hopefully. Ideally. Very close, but without any abilities on the first set, and with our ability on the second set of regens, we do take down 49. We're going to sacrifice raid, and it looks like we were going to sacrifice all of our farms, get to level 20 on round 53, as ridiculous as that is. So we are fully built, and all we can do is just watch the game unfold. We have lost our first real lives on 78, and actually we technically died because I was not using my abilities, and I wasn't paying attention. So I had to spend my forwarded monkey money for being an idiot, and I just thought we could handle it. I thought Adora was good enough. But now we must start using our abilities and actively playing this game and seeing where we can get to. Mainly knowing that this Voidora ball is just freaking ridiculously powerful, guys. As long as you're willing to time it and kind of think ahead a little bit on the rounds, too. Because you kind of want it to, start at the next, like have it back at the beginning of the next round kind of situation, like this, for round 80. So hopefully we can make that happen. And beat this all the way through round 80. Let's go! We might even just take this, oh my god, down with this thing. It's very powerful. Look at that. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's almost too beefy. Too beefy for my liking. Alright, round 90 is about to come up. I mean, I'm not, like, super happy with how these abilities are happening, but I believe this should be good enough to just ride us through round 90 here. Right? Let's go. First TDTs. Done! Adora! You beautiful babe, you! Holy crap. I mean, we thought Churchill was good, but damn. Does she have a chance to meet up with him and actually overtake him as the god of hero-ness? Well, I don't know yet. We'll have to figure it out. Our first major roadblock is around 94. I have found a way to beat it, but it kind of leads me to not really have as many abilities as I would have liked to have for the beginning of round 95. So we're going to see if we could still maybe pull this off with a nice little ability here. Keep it up. Keep it going. I don't know, man. It's looking a little rough here. It's looking a lot rough here. She She feels like she lost like all of her power all at once. All right, more abilities here, and then if I use my ball of fire here, it's like, whew, we're not gonna have it for 95. You know, that's the rough part here. Without a ball of fire for round 95, can we do it? We get a little bit of a reprieve here at the very beginning. We do have this ability to use first, and I still think we got a chance. It's not a non-chance. All right, ability number 1. Barely taking down DDTs. Barely taking down DDTs. We're going to try to last as long as possible without using this. And it's time. Let's see if this guy will keep us in the game here. It's got to take down all the DDTs, but still have to have enough power to take down all these mobs as well, which is one of the trickiest parts, and it looks like it will be enough for 95. Let's keep it flowing. Round 98. I am very afraid. Do not know how we're going to pull this off, but we've got to try. We're going to use our ability here. We're going to hope that this ball of light will save us. It's basically going to take down the entirety of round 98 and still somehow come back with enough time for round 99 if we plan on beating round 99 as well. But let's go for it. Okay. Wow. Wow, this is serious. This is a lot of balloons. This is still a lot of balloons on the screen here. I don't know if this is going to be enough here, folks. Holy crap. And it looks like it will not be enough for 98. So I've got a trick up my sleeve here. You can sacrifice just about anything to Adora, and it makes her more powerful overall. So we could sacrifice this banana farm, leave these up here, and see if maybe we can just magically be better here on round 98. Now keep in mind that this ball was hurting some of these guys at the beginning of round 98. Now it does not exist. All right. So we have to wait all the way through to the first ability. So we're actually going to be worse off overall as far as popping power is concerned from that lack of ballage there. Oh my god, this is so close. I don't know if I like this, guys. I don't know if I like this one bit. All right, we're going to go for that ball a little earlier than I would have liked to. And we're going to hope that we get this back up in time. It's really the Oh My Gods that are going to cause the mass chaos for us. Like, how are we going to learn to pop not only all of these ridiculous BFBs, but still that Oh My God in time? And it looks like, it's just not going to happen. And with some decent micro, round 98, it could be, and it will be. We take down 98. We do not have our abilities for 99, though, and that could mean the death for us. Yup, there it goes. It was a well-fought battle, but a mistimed ability has caused me to lose on round 99. With any of our abilities, I think we would have been fine, but without them, we must be defeated. Round 98 is our max, or round 99 is our loss. I hope you guys don't mind Brickell just sitting in her own pile of dead balloon juices over here. We made a pool. Made a delicious pool, the same spot as most of our other heroes. We're going to see how well she's going to do. And so we have lost our first lives on round 21. 36 is a pretty big problem for us. We've got like a lot of damage with her. But our... Oh my god, look at those lives. But our major issue is that these bigger balloons, we don't really care for damage all that much. Like pink balloons. We want to just be able to pop them in one shot. It's just like there's just too many of them. So I do have to leave her on strong for the most point. But it just does not seem all that effective for me here. We're definitely struggling a little bit. So we got to buy some levels and hope that the sea mines or whatever are going to end up eventually saving our lives here. Because we're down to 80, 70, 60 lives. I've got a lot of money to work with, but I really don't have that much total awesomeness to work with. Okay, we're definitely selling for a level 9 Brickell here. Should help us out quite a bit. I don't know if Mega Mine's going to do all that much, but definitely a pretty big game changer as far as damage is concerned here. I do still have her on first, but knocking pinks down to nothing is definitely helpful here, and it looks like, yeah, that was the level that we needed. I believe that we should be able to pop mobs and stuff for a little while here as well without too many issues. We probably don't need the Mega Mine or anything ridiculous, and we can keep on flowing for a little bit. We've had to restart just about every single round in the 40s, because every single round is like right on the edge of being able to be survivable and not being able to be survivable, because these random groups of balloons keep sneaking through. Level 12, baby. Level 12. That's what it's all about. It's really changing things in our favor here. Quite beautifully, actually. Heck yeah, man. We could take down 40. Oh, we could take down 49. I believe we could take down a lot of these weirder balloon levels in the future. But we do have to use our farm, sadly, to regenerate a lot of our lives, because we are getting close to dying a lot. I'll show you guys this really quickly. I was about to lose this game, and I have 1 life left, and there's Bloons sneaking through right now, and I somehow magically survived without having to use a continue. A lot of continues still in the 50s. I've probably used maybe 20 continues so far for Brickell, and she is just annoying to try to do this with. Okay, unless something really, really crazy happens from leveling up to, like, this next level, I really believe sea mines do greatly increase damage. Okay, and pistol does more damage. I mean, we got a real shot here. This is round 63, and we've been having some major issues with these ceramics. We're knocking ceramics down to blacks and whites, and then the bombs. Oh, baby! The bombs! Keeping us in the game here. They're blowing... Oh, my God, they're blowing everything up. It's beautiful to watch. Woo! Actually, the amount of damage that level 17 gives us is almost absurd. It's kind of like level 19 Oben's upgrades, for whatever reason, is just like really strong. But we still have to deal with the ridiculousness that are these like weird yellows and pinks randomly sneaking through, which is still common, by the way, guys. Another very problematic level is round 75 for us. We're just going to go for it. We're going to go for level 20 Brickell and see if Megamon massively increased damage and stuns for longer is going to save the day for us. Because otherwise, I don't think we're going to manage this, guys. Let's see if we can just blow everything up. Oh, no, it didn't. All right, so we got to use this ability, move her back to first. And even with all of that, I don't know if it's going to be enough. You can tell when we get our gun on like these blue balloons or pink balloons, it just sucks. You really got to snipe the stronger ones. Get lucky with your snipage. Oh, baby, come on. Come on, blow them up, blow them up. Oh. And after about 6 tries, I could not micro through it. Round 75 with a level 20 Brickell. Still not strong enough to survive. A little unimpressed, but it is what it is. And Sai's first life loss will be on round 10, and a lot of lives lost will be on round 10, even with a pretty decent ability usage. Uh-oh, round 21. This could be the death of us. Yeah. So the worst part here is that if we do get this guy up to level 6, it means he can penetrate lead balloons. It doesn't really help us in any way, I don't think. Ninja is sometimes elusive about what actually is getting buffed, but I don't think this is going to do anything for us. So we're going to try putting him on strong, see if that helps out at all, but I don't believe that it will. I think these balloons are going to just have to sneak through, and I think it's going to mean the death of us. Ugh. I guess we could sell this and this, but it still doesn't even give us the next level. And Sai is defeated on round 21. It is time for the fan favorite. It's Pat Fusty. Can he go all the way to round 300? No. But will he be our best hero today? Probably not. But is he the best hero in the game? Probably not. But he's still Pat, and that's why we love him. And Pat's first life lost will be on round 17. It has been a fairly slow drain throughout the 20s. Nothing too crazy going on. Just a few lives sneaking through here and there. Overall going fairly well, though, and we do not need to worry about lead popping power. The only thing we do need to worry about is cam detection, which I think we could afford by the time we get to round 33 anyways. So life is pretty swell, actually. Round 40, not too shabby. We get a lot of smack attacks backwards here. And he's able to clean it up without our ability, which I'm really glad we were able to do that without. And we keep on flowing with our big boy here. Ooh, our first major issue, a reinforced ceramic. We tanked it. We tanked it for round 49. I don't know if that was worth it or not, but it was a risky move. Hopefully it plays off in the long run. We're going to start leveling up Pat a little bit here because we're going to need some more power. We can't even take down 48. We definitely can't take down 49 without some efficient abilitization. And that's not enough. I'm going to level him up to level 11 here. We're going to see if this is the game changer that we needed. Hopefully with this ability here, we can finish them off. It's close, but it looks like it will be enough for the ceramics. Now the question is, will it be enough for the regen balloons mixed in here? Yes, it will be. Perfect. And we can start refarming again. All right, we've just been leveling him up instead of trying to build any more banana farms. It's just not worth it. We have been losing lives continuously. It's been a very slow drain, kind of similar to Brickell's action, where we get a lot of random yellow balloons and stuff sneaking through. But the big one was actually level 13. It allows us to now stun Moabs with each individual hit here, which is just kind of awesome, if I do say so myself. Just giving us a lot more time to deal with the Moabs, which was our big issue. But there's only going to be... Oh, look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, do we tank or do we leave? We'll tank. We're down to 20. Woo! All right, we shouldn't have tanked that. Now we really can't tank anymore. So I think our best bet is, sadly, just to sell one of these guys. We can get him up to level 17, which will increase his attack speed. He's already got bonus damage to ceramics and Moabs, which you might think will like be super duper ridiculously helpful, but it actually isn't automatically helpful because now we're knocking ceramics down to pinks instead of yellows. It changes things a little bit. I don't know. It's like now they're faster, so it sucks a little bit. But it looks like this increased attack speed is going to be enough to get us through around 62. The question is, will it be enough for around 63 as well? If at this point we decide to sell, that's $60,000 we can get all at once here. And that is going to be what we're going to need to do here. Because there's no way we're surviving round 63 without going up at least 2 or 3 levels. And it looks like it was perfect. Look at that. We've got like $1,000 left over after upgrading everything. And we get a max pat at round 63. Oh, baby! Woo! Now that is some spicy meatball action right there. Look at those ceramics melted. And Big Squeeze, which I almost never, ever use because it almost feels like a negative to me. It can also grab several big balloons at once. Very intriguing. So I'm really glad Pat was able to beat down Brickell. He was able to beat her down with his massive, massive fists. And, of course, his massive, extremely massive intellect that he has over these balloons. I just gotta have to throw it out there. Out of everything that Pat does, I'm most impressed with his grouped ceramic popping power that you guys saw on round 63 and now on 78. We're going to see some camo ceramics coming in, and they die. They just don't exist anymore. Just one smack, and they're pretty much all gone. It's beautiful. This is like the only time that I would ever use the big hug is when there's like a single balloon on the screen or the last balloon on the screen. Other than that, it actually is a bit of a negative because he stops doing his regular fist smashes to do the hug. So just keep that in mind when you're playing with this guy. It does make it actually significantly worse for the few seconds that it exists. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dang. Look at that. We can't even handle round 81. Try one more time being a smidge more efficient with our abilities, though I thought I was actually doing a very good job. I also put him on last for the time being, so we can pop through some of the hardest BFB layers in the back here first, and kind of switch back into first right when we need to kind of stun any sort of mobs. We're trying to build up as many balloons on top of each other with our attacks that we can, and it's going really, really well right now. But it may not last forever. Gonna have to move him back to first now. No hugs available for me at all, unless, again, it's the last BFB with no balloons on the screen, which is sadly a little unlikely here. And we get our ability here to try to smack these Moabs, and clearly, that was way worse than last time. This will be our last try. We will leave him on first and just use our abilities. You know what? Let's start with the big... Oh, we can grab a decent amount of them. All right, all right. Right from the get-go, a decent hug. Let's try for one more hug. I think we might be able to pull this off. One more hug with an angry attack here. We'll try for another hug once these ceramics are done. We get some of the ones in the back, which I don't know if that's helpful or not. I might have to try one more time with another set of hugs if this does not go through, because this is going to be very close. There's just a lot of ceramics we got to take down here. Few Moab layers we still got to take down, but I don't think the hug is going to do anything. Yeah, the hug made it worse. Okay, last try. We're going to go for our hug here on as many BFBs as we can handle. I'm going to go straight to our ability. I'm going to hug again right away of whatever we grab, we grab. Did not see much there. You have them on first, so you should be able to pop the ceramics and such. I do believe this will be the last bit, though. I think round 81 is just a little too beefy for him. I think, I don't know if it's the BFBs in particular, or just too many ceramics kind of on top of each other all at once, or just too many Moabs on top of each other all at once, or what it is. But Pat will be bested by round 81. It was close, but he couldn't handle them. And our first life lost will be on round 21, but we are farming pretty well overall. And I don't see us losing in the next 20 rounds or so. I think we can make it. So I kind of forgot we don't have any lead popping power, so we are going to have to sell at least... Whoa, that's awful. Missed it by a couple dollars just to get our lead popping power here. And it's still not going to be enough, so we have to restart. All right, we lost on round 28 3 times in a row, so we're going to have to pull off something fancy this time. We're going to let the balloons on the screen for a second, and we're going to sell both of these. We're going to level up Etienne first, then we're going to get the MIB. We're going to hope that 2 drones with this will help me survive, because 1 drone was not enough to help me survive. Ooh, it's getting close. But it looks like with 8 lives, we do survive. 1 banana farm left, so we got a little bit of room to play here, but it does really, really suck that we lost almost all of our banana farms just to get that lead popping power for Etienne here. I should never make predictions, because clearly my predictions are not going very well at all. We're going to go for a jungle drums on this guy, which I believe affects his drones as well, but I actually am not 100% sure about that. We just have very little lives to work with. That means when these small little baby lit things sneak through, we cannot handle it. So we're going to have to restart and figure it out. Hopefully beat 32. Even though this is awful, the only way that I can see myself possibly surviving, this is about my 6th try on round 32, is for me to sell my MIB, rebuy this, and then we're going to save up and we're going to try to buy the 8th level here, or 9th level here for Etienne. That's the only way that I could see myself surviving here. So if I get $6,400, I can sell just the baby farm. Otherwise, I got to go for the big farm. It looks like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to get the baby farm to happen. So we're also going to put this guy in first instead of divide and conquer. And we're hoping that that extra damage is going to come into play here. We did not have the drones available. They're not something that's going to come back every single round. And I'm still going to have to somehow figure out how to get lead popping power for a 37. But until then, we are still technically good. So let's keep it rolling. Okay, 37 is here, and this could be our downfall. I need $6,375. I've got $4,000 to sell, and it just looks like it is impossible for me to beat these lead balloons. Oh, unless maybe I could get some extra cash by doing that, but it does not seem to be the case. I'm still $1,000 down. Ugh. It was honestly a pretty bad run for Etienne. He just could not get what he needed when he needed it. And I feel like I played it pretty well. It just wasn't in the cards. We have had absolutely no issues so far with Sauda. She's dominating, to say the least. But we're going to have to start pulling off something a little wicked here. Now, I'm going to build my village, and we're going to get ready to get an MIB here, which is pretty expensive. But we've been farming very effectively. So what I'm hoping that I can do here is ideally, no, it's not really making that much sense. We're just going to jump on these balloons. We're going to try to melt through some of these leads, and we can melt through the round 28 leads, and we're going to hope to get an MIB for round 30 here. Depending on how many farms we've got to sell, looks like we're going to have to sell one for sure. And we're just going to, oh, you know what? Let's do something a little crazy here. Let's see if we could just tank some lives and go like this. Boom. Very well played, and bam! We don't even need an MIB for round 30, and we can keep on farming because the next lead balloon does not come out until round 37. Things are still going pretty great. Multiple mow-ups seem to be our biggest issue at this point, but I've got 6 banana farms up to 4 here at this point, so all of my money has been going directly into Sauda here, and she should be level 20 in the next 10 rounds or so. So, yeah, I don't see anything crazy happening in the next few rounds, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and we lost our first lives on round 57. I had an ability to use, but I was willing to sacrifice the lives, guys. I want to point out we just reached level 17 on round 63. I believe I'm going to sell for level 20 at this point, but I just wanted to see how powerful she was with Sauda's sword attack slices through many balloon layers at once. It demolishes ceramics, guys. That's how intense it is. And we reached level 20 on round 64/65. So we are currently in free play. Round 80 went down pretty easily. Round 81 here does not look like it's going to be too bad, and I think we could probably go a little bit further. DDTs, I still think, will not be a major issue for us. And as long as we don't time our abilities completely stupidly, which is totally possible, by the way, I think round 90 plus is definitely possible. Oh, I kind of mistimed him just a little bit here. I have neither of my abilities for round 90. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the butt. Hopefully Sauda can just kind of kill these guys on her own. And it can. Wonderful. All right, definitely going to make sure for 95, if we can survive that long, we can pull off some more magical abilities. Okay, so 91 was pretty rough for us. I don't really understand exactly why. We're going to put her on strong for a second and jump on the BFBs here. We're going to put her back on first so we can clean up some of these ceramics. And we're going to go to our ability in just a second here because there's just way too many ceramics for us to take down in a normal way. But with the ability, take it down very easily. And we're moving on to 92. All right. 93 is another big chunk of DDTs. I'm just going to swipe through them really quick because I don't feel like dealing with them. And then I'm going to try to put her on closer really quick to jump. Oh, that was not really all that good. I might have to do a restart here on 93. There's too many beef-tastic ceramics trying to sneak through. We do have a lot of lives to work with, so we could take a ceramic. It's not that big of a deal. All right. That's what I'm going to do. This one's not looking good. We have to really hope that this is like a perfect ability here. Takes it down, but actually gives me some time to come back. And, boy, that's not good. dang. Trying something a little more magical. We're going to use our first ability here right on the corner. And we do survive with our second ability ready to go on round 95. I believe that will be enough. And the first ability comes back anyways. All right, we're going to actually jump on him first. And maybe have to use that a second time around. Or else going to put her on strong for a quick second. This is a tough round, guys. All right. Not the best positioning ever, but still not terrible. We're going to leave her on strong for a little bit because I do want her to hit all the Moab layers. And then we're going to jump through everything else. Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's go. Let's jump through it because I actually want to get it back for round 96 at some point. Oh, goodness gracious. This is going to be tough. Surprise with my micro and a very good sword pile up here. Still not going to be enough, though. And luckily, round 97 is a nice long one for us because we're going to need it all the time. We can... Oh, crap. What? We're tanking them. We're tanking them. All right. Here we go. So I could beat these with a sword charge, but I believe that I will probably lose for round 98 for sure if I do that. So to have a chance, I try to be better. All right, so after about 8 tries or so, I don't think I can do any better. So my best play is just to jump on these both times and then use a sword charge just to survive. It sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to hope that we can get our sword charge back to actually make sure we can start popping around 98, but still no guarantees on that at all, bro. At all. A lot of balloons to work with here. A lot of things we got to destroy. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Luckily, it is a slow process right now. We get a good jump. We're going to get the sword charge up at least once, and that is a triple sword charge, too. So, yeah, the balloons are going to start to sneak through our defense. We're going to sword charge a smidge on the early side, but not too early. I'm hoping to take down most of these BFBs, though, with all of this, and I don't think I did it right. We have to jump on these ceramics, and it's not going to be enough. This is by far the best I've done so far, and this will be my last shot because I've tried it like 6 times so far. So if we fail, we fail. It's just got to be it. We're not getting another sword charge. I don't think. There's just too many balloons here, and I believe round 98 will be our final round here unless something crazy happens. But we'll play it out. You know, maybe we can snipe some random ceramics trying to sneak through over here. Maybe. Snipe them. All right. Keep it alive. Enough time for a sword charge? I don't think so. And even though it's close, that will not be enough for us, my friends. Round 98 is our final level. And so begins our last perilous journey. And if, by the way, you guys want to press that like button for me, that would be greatly appreciated. We're deep into this, and we've got to make the most out of it. Please keep in mind that Geraldo did get nerfed pretty hard in the last update, so if you're planning on him getting to round, you know, Churchill style, I don't think it's going to make it there, but I would love to be surprised. Love it. Plus, it does require a lot of micro and a lot of like weirder things to know about Geraldo to make him do his best, and I think I know him pretty well. But there may be some small things that I'm forgetting here and there, and or that got changed recently that I might not be aware of yet. So bear with me here, and we're going to do our best. Geraldo, unfortunately, does not have automatic lead popping power or any way to give him lead popping power as he currently stands. So we're going to have to sell and get a MIB. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We still have a lot of room to grow, get a lot of money, and get a lot of things. My main thing is I'm going to make sure that I keep spending all my money on anything that I think I'll actually need it in the long run. For example, I do not mind spamming 10 sets of road spikes if I want to, because they'll never go away. It doesn't cost that much money compared to what I'm going to be making in the future. And even though this probably will not save me, maybe it will. Maybe there's that small little chance that it will save me. One thing you might be looking at is my sharpening stone and saying, Chris, 15 rounds is... Whoa, 15 rounds, that's new. Yeah, so now they do not last forever, they only last for 15 rounds. There really is not a point to use them right now unless I'm going to plan on dying or needing them for something else. So there's a lot of, you know, in-between things that you might not be used to with Geraldo that hopefully I understand, like, reasonably well. But we're going to have to work through them to try to get to a high round, guys. I'd like to show the first mob just to show you guys how we're doing, and overall, doing pretty well. Take down the mob pretty easily. Alright, round 63, we just got the super crazy bunny over here, and he's destroying everything. Got a lot of shooty turrets. I was not super efficient with my shooty turret timing, though, I'll admit it. If I did a better job, I would have gotten 4 shooty turrets ready to go as soon as I reached level 13, which is when he gets his next level of shooty turrets, but I didn't. I only had 1 left over, and I realized my mistake. So, in addition, I've been using the fire just 1 at a time whenever I feel like it, and that's about all I've got going on for me. Money is definitely in my favor right now. We're going to level him up to level 20 pretty soon, but we got to make sure right before we do level 20, we have everything that we have here ready to go, put down on the screen as we want it to be. Here we go. We really don't need them, but we can use a double genie play. We can press exit on this, level up Geraldo to level 20, make sure the first thing that I do is grab my 4 extra shooty turrets that I've got on my team. The reason why, again, this is all coming into play is because you get everything back once you reach level 20. So anything that you really want to keep here, just start spamming, you know, use it up, get rid of it, so we can start building our system back up into play. I really wish there was hotkeys for this, but there isn't. So all we're doing right now is just kind of pressing buttons and throwing things down. Now, I do have everything that I really need for as far as money is concerned, but I'm going to build up just a little bit bigger buffer compared to other games because I actually can buy things compared to other games, you know? So I will save for sure my genies, and I don't need the totems here. These will last 15 rounds, so if we do survive, we'll last all the way to 85, so it is worth it for us to use these guys up. And then these, I'm going to completely skip. I'm not going to do any of them, but we will try to stay active with whatever we can to try to make sure we're going to get the most pop and power out of our team here. It's always fun to check out round 80 here. Here's our Zomagurud we got to deal with. Geraldo, though, pretty beastly, I do gotta say. It's pretty freaking good, man. We're going to go to at least 90, I think. Just how much further than that? Should be noted that I just realized that the glue does not last forever, so all that glue that I was putting down at the beginning of the game was worthless, I guess. It goes away pretty quickly, actually, at least as its current high-level Moab glue. So I'm going to start saving it instead of just wasting it. Hopefully that'll be more effective for me and my entire team. And at this point in the game, genies for sure are something that I don't just throw down anymore. I have to time when and how I use my genies to be the most effective that they can survive for, because I believe they only last for like 2 or 3 rounds. It won't last forever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, it's super powerful, but you do not want to waste those things. You really need to savor them. Round 95. How are we doing here? All right. Not super great. We're going to use a genie just because I'm a little afraid here. I don't want to use up all of my Maelstroms that I've got built up on stupidness. So, genie. Gonna blow at least 1 Strom. Possibly multiple Stromages there. Not ideal, but it is what it is. I wish it was a little better, a little more in my favor, but can't win them all, I suppose. Can't win them all. All right, we're going to keep on throwing mines in the backpack here just to kind of save ourselves a little bit of time, hopefully. I'm hoping this genie lasts through round 98. Otherwise, I'm going to use my genie on round 98 and hope it lasts 98, 99, and 100. 96 is a pretty beefy level. It's just really, really long, but we will take it down. Now, one thing I should mention is that I actually do not know whether or not Jar of Pickles is worth it to use on Geraldo at this point in the game. There's so many things going on here. Attacking slower, but getting more damage. Like, is it worth it? I could not tell you. I would think that it would be worth it at this point in the game, because the main thing is I want to chop through the layers rather than hit things really, really quickly. So I think damage would make the most sense, but I actually don't know for sure. All right, here we go. We're on round 98. I'm going to be using the Genie, and I'm also going to be using another of Geraldo's Fire. And I believe with that combo, we should be good against round 98. I don't see it sneaking through, but maybe they'll get to the Maelstroms or something like that. I don't know. Because there's a lot of frickin' Bloons. Good thing is we got a lot of room to work with here. Still a lot of Shremmers getting to the back here. At least 1 or 2 Maelstroms are going to pop. All right, I'm glad I built him up, though. It's good. It looks like Geraldo will take down round 98, but it did take a full Genie, and I have 0 Genies right now. Whew, that's a little scary. All right, round 99, a bunch of reinforced DDTs this time around. Genie, again, got to come into play here. And it looks like we will take down 99. The question is, can we defeat round 100 with Geraldo? All right, we got an extra totem there. I'm going to use 2 nail mines directly on the bad. Whether it does anything, I don't care. And we're going to use an extra of Geraldo's Fires all over the place. In addition, I probably should have put these guys down a little earlier, but we're going to put down a totem here and a totem here, because if we survive, we're only surviving like 1 or 2 more rounds max. Oh, we blew up some Stromages there. The bad was too big for us. All right, let's put one kind of off in the corner here. Gonna hope that our DDTs get popped somehow. Oh, Geraldo's fire popped the DDTs. My Genie did not last, though. I thought it lasted for 3 rounds. I guess it only lasts for 2. 98 and 99 instead of around 100 here. The Stromages will keep us alive, and round 100 is also defeated. The question is, can we top Churchill's high score of round 102? Will Geraldo be the king of gods, or will he be something a significant amount less? I'm going to try to save this for round 102, because if we do survive, I want it to go through to round 103. And ideally, yeah, here we go. We're going to use it right away in round 102. This is the final round, the highest round we have ever achieved with any of our heroes. Let's make sure we use everything we've got. I'm also going to go with that strength potion. It's looking okay. I mean, we got a real shot here. I'll use my last fire. And that's all I can do. Oh, I could use frickin' Moab glue, bro. Ooh. All right, we're going to use some Moab glue. Slow down these DDTs just a little bit. Gets used up pretty quickly. But Geraldo, baby! Geraldo! Gerald. Oh, you didn't. You didn't. You did! You did, good sir! You have won the hero competition. Clearly, you are the best hero of them all. The dominant hero. All other heroes should bow down to thee. Oh, mighty Geraldo. Look at you with all of your things all over the place. Can't be beaten. Can't be topped. And the Stroms all getting blown here at the end of round 103. Can we survive round 103, though? That would be absolutely absurd. Do we have anything else to buy? We've got one more Moab glue. We'll throw it down over here. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Speed it up. Let's see what happens. Oh, the glue just disappears. What the heck was that? Touched one balloon. Boop, gone. All right. Some random Stroms still end up blowing. They're getting to the very back here, and I don't have very many Stroms left. I got one Strom left. That's it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. There's a couple on top of each other there. It's not looking good, though. Geraldo, baby. I want a battle energy right now. We're down to 97 lives, and he could not survive round 103. Great game, everybody, but that is what it is. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this wonderful, wonderful video, make sure you press that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe. It was a fun journey, and I had fun doing it. It just took a lot longer than I thought. This was like a 3-hour video in the making. Kind of absurd, but hopefully you guys enjoyed nonetheless. And, of course, have a super-duper delicious day.